that Surah Al-Asr encompasses. What he means is that these 4 issues that we are going to discuss in this first Risala, they are contained in Surah Al-Asr. Am I communicating? The first one, Al-Ilmu. Al-Ilmu, that is the first one, knowledge. Sheikh says, I'lam rahimakallah. Know, have knowledge, be informed. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy on you, yani the student that is teaching. He's telling you that it is imperative for you to seek for knowledge. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy on you. أنه يجب علينا تعلم أربع مسائل. That it is compulsory, obligatory, علينا, upon us, yani all of us, including himself, تعلم أربع مسائل, to seek for knowledge regarding 4 issues. These 4 issues, none of us has been excused from seeking for knowledge regarding these 4 issues. Are we following? Al-Ula, the first of the 4 issues, Al-Ilmu, knowledge. And he defined what knowledge is. وَهُوَ مَعْرِفَةُ اللَّهِ. He said knowledge is knowing Allah. وَمَعْرِفَةُ نَبِيِّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وسلم, and knowing his messenger, his prophet. وَمَعْرِفَةُ دِينِ الْإِسْلَامِ بِالْأَدِلَّةِ, and knowing the religion of Islam with evidences. Let me repeat again. Sheikh says there are 4 things that we all need to seek for knowledge on. None of us is excused. We have to seek for knowledge regarding these 4 issues. And he started with the first one. Remember, he said these 4 issues are contained in Surah Al-Asr. And the first one, he said, Al-Ilmu, knowledge itself. And what is this knowledge? Sheikh now gave us a definition, or the definition of knowledge. He said knowledge is ma'arifatullah. Ma'arifa, that is knowing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alaysa kadhalik. Wa ma'arifatu nabiyhi, and knowing his prophets. Who is this prophet of Allah that is incumbent upon you to know? Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Wa ma'arifatu din al-Islam bil adilla, and knowing the religion of Islam with evidence. This is knowledge. Qawluhu, now the commentary. The statement of Sheikh Muhammad bin Abdul Wahhab, A'lam rahimakallah. His statement that A'lam, seek for knowledge, rahimakallah, may Allah have mercy on you. This statement is what? Du'a'un laka bir rahma. Sheikh is praying for you that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala should have mercy on you. This is a prayer of mercy from the teacher to the student. فَإِذَا رَحِمَكَ اللَّهُ, for if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is merciful towards you, فَإِنَّكَ تَكُونُ سَعِيدًا بِهَا فِي الدُّنْيَا وَالْآخِرَةِ. That will make you to be happy and fortunate in this world and in the hereafter. So Sheikh wants us to be fortunate. He wants us to be happy in this world and in the hereafter. So he is praying that Allah should have mercy on us. He knows that whosoever Allah's mercy has been conferred on, that person will have a happy life in this world and in the hereafter. So imagine a teacher beginning his session with this. Do you understand? Even before teaching, he's praying that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala should make you fortunate. إِذَا دَخَلْتَ فِي رَحْمَةِ اللَّهِ, if you are engulfed by the mercy of Allah, هذا دعاء ومن عالم جليل. This is a dua from a great scholar, Alim Jalil, Sheikh Muhammad bin Abdul Wahab, praying for you from a great scholar. وَرَجُلٌ صَالِحٌ, and it is known that pious man, if any pious man prays for you, يُرْجَى لَوُ الْقَبُولِ إِنشَاءَ, it is hoped that his prayer will be accepted. So imagine Sheikh Muhammad bin Abdul Wahab praying for you. And it is known that وَرَجُلٌ صَالِحٌ, any pious individual, a righteous individual, a pious individual, يُرْجَى لَوُ الْقَبُولِ Insha'Allah, it is hoped that his dua is accepted. Do you understand this first part of the statement now? أَعِلَمْ رَحِمَكَ اللَّهِ قَوْلُهُ يَجِبُ. Now Sheikh said, it is compulsory, it is obligatory upon you. What is wajib? Who can give it a try? What do you understand by the word wajib? What is wajib? In your own words, what do you understand by the word wajib? Just raise up your hands if you want to answer. Now, what is wajib?
Linguistically, something that you have to do compulsory.
Something that is compulsory upon you.
Linguistically, but then physically, dealing with whatever function you do, you will be punished.
Okay. هذا هو. What is wajib? We need to understand these terminologies before we can appreciate what Sheikh is saying, isn't it? He said it is wajib upon us. So if we don't know what wajib is, we will never appreciate the fact that seeking these four things that he's talking about is imperative upon us. Al-wajib, what is known as wajib is what? هو ما يثاب فاعله ويعاقب تاركه. You need to memorize this. ما يثاب فاعله ويعاقب تاركه. This is what the dua of anything that is made obligatory, the dua is rewarded, and the one that does not do the act is punished. That is wajib. Whatever is called wajib, it means if you do it, Allah will reward you. If you don't do it, Allah will punish you. Do you now understand the Shari'i definition of what wajib is? هو ما يثاب فاعله ويعاقب تاركه. Wajib is that which the dua is rewarded and the one that abandons it is punished. For example, your salah. If you pray, because it is wajib, if you pray, Allah will reward you. If someone abandons his salah, he will be punished by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ma salakakum fi sakar. That is to show you that it is wajib, because they have been punished for lam nakum min al musallin, for not praying. Am I communicating? Who does not understand the Shari'i definition of what wajib is now?
I have a question.
Okay.
So what's the difference between wajib and farz?
Yeah, this amongst the school of thoughts, I think it is the Hanafi school or the Shafi'i that has the difference between wajib and fard. Do you understand? Between wajib and fard. Otherwise, they mean one and same thing, isn't it? Okay. But they differentiate between the wajib and fard. Yeah, the wajib having stronger connotation than what is fard, isn't it? Wal mustahab. What is mustahab? You know, we hear they say this thing is mustahab, isn't it? This is not wajib, it is mustahab. Now we know what wajib is, isn't it? Wal mustahab huwa ma yuthabu fa'ilahu wa la yu'aqabu tarikahu. The difference between wajib and mustahab is that mustahab, if you do it, you will be rewarded. If you abandon it, you will not be punished. For wajib, if you do it, you will be rewarded. If you abandon it, you will be punished. Am I communicating? Now, for example, if you perform tahajjud, will you be rewarded? if you do not perform tahajjud, will you be punished? So you now understand the difference between wajib and mustahab. Wal mubah. What is permissible? Isn't it? Yani al jaiz. Jaiz. What is permissible? Mubah. لا ثواب في فعله ولا عقاب في تركه. There is no reward if you do it, and there is no punishment if you abandon it. Who can give us an example? What? Afro. Yes, it's a good example. Mubah, permissible, yani yajuz. That is jaiz. Do you understand? Most business transactions, most mu'amalat fall under this. Jaiz, mubah, permissible. If you do them, there is no any reward. You only get reward if your intention now is towards earning the pleasure of Allah, isn't it? Am I communicating? If you abandon it and you do not do it, there is no punishment. So do you understand al-wajib, wal-mustahab, wal-mubah? No. If this is understood, فَقَوْلُهُ now is statement. It's not popping up. It's live now?
Yes.
Have you sent us the link? Oh, since you didn't tell us. Afwan everyone, please. فَقَوْلُهُ is statement, يعني the statement of Sheikh Muhammad bin Abdul Wahab. يَجِبُ عَلَيْنَا. Do you understand? Now we know what wajib is. So he says يَجِبُ عَلَيْنَا. يعني يَجِبُ أَنَّ هَذَا الْأَمْرِ, that verily, أَنَّ هَذَا الْأَمْرِ, verily, this matter, لَيْسَ مِنَ الْمُسْتَحَبِ, it is not from amongst mustahab, recommended deeds, isn't it? It is not from amongst recommended acts. وَلَا مِنَ الْمُبَاحِ, neither is it from amongst permissible, yani just, jaiz, mubah. بل هو من الواجب العيني, it is from amongst individual obligation. So nobody will take it away from you. If Abdul Malik has sought for knowledge regarding who Allah is, who the Prophet of Allah is, what the religion of Islam is, I'm not absolved from it, even though we come from the same parent, for example. If your father is the greatest scholar in your community and he has knowledge regarding all these things, it is still not good enough for you to stay without seeking for it. It is compulsory upon you. You have not been absolved of seeking for that knowledge. Am I communicating? Tayyib. So you understand the difference between individual obligation and communal obligation, community of what is fardul kifaya and fardul aini. فإذا تركنا تعلم هذه المسائل فإننا نأثم لأن هذا شأن الواجب. فإذا تركنا, you have heard the word tarikus salah, isn't it? So when we abandon فَإِذَا تَرَكْنَا تَعَلُّمَ هَذِهِ الْمَسَائِلِ, if we abandon seeking for knowledge regarding these issues, these matters, فَإِنَّنَا نَعْثَمْ, we will be guilty of committing sin. Am I communicating? Al-ithmu, isn't it? فَإِنَّنَا نَعْثَمْ لأن هذا شأن الواجب, because this matter, this issue is wajib. It is compulsory, it is obligatory. And from the definition of what wajib is, ما يثاب فاعله ويعاقب تاركه. So فإذا تركنا, if we leave it, na'tham. فَإِنَّنَا na'tham. Then we will be guilty of what? Committing sin. Because it is wajib. لم يقل Sheikh Muhammad bin Abdul Wahab didn't say يستحب لنا أو يستحسن لنا. يستحب. He didn't say it is recommended for us. Neither did he say that it is liked for us to do it. Instead, he said, بل قال يجب علينا وجوبا. It is compulsory upon us, a compulsory and obligatory act upon us. والوجوب معناه, and what is wajib, the meaning of wajib is al-hatmu. Al-hatmu, that is imperative, authoritative. You have been given authority, that is al-hatmu. Something that is authoritative, imperative. You have to do it. Man tarakahu ya'tham. Whoever abandons it is committing a sin. Am I communicating? Whoever abandons it is committing a sin. وَلِأَنَّ الْعِلْمَ لَا يَحْصُلُ عَلَيْهِ إِلَّا بِالتَّعَلُّمِ. Because knowledge, you can never attain knowledge. لَا يَحْصُلُ عَلَيْهِ. You can never attain knowledge إِلَّا بِالتَّعَلُّمِ, except by seeking for it. There is no way you can be knowledgeable without seeking for knowledge. Then let us understand what Sheikh Fawzan bin Fawzan will say now regarding seeking for knowledge. How do you then seek for knowledge? Sheikh Fawzan said, وَالتَّعَلُّمْ يَحْتَاجُ إِلَىٰ عِنَايَةٍ وَجُهُدٍ وَوَقْتٍ. Seeking for knowledge requires three things. Sheikh said, وَالتَّعَلُّمْ, seeking for knowledge, يَحْتَاجُ إِلَىٰ عِنَايَةٍ. It requires what? Bismillah. Inaya, that is care, concern. Inaya, that is, it requires concern, genuine concern to seek for that knowledge. Care to seek for that knowledge. You care for that knowledge, isn't it? Inaya wa juhud. Juhud, striving, isn't it? Striving. Wajahidu fillahi. Striving, it requires striving. So you have to leave the comfort of your homes to come down to where you seek for knowledge. You can't be seated in the comfort of your home and have knowledge in the true sense of knowledge. Do you understand?
Yes.
Because knowledge requires that striving. That is why even when you sit down and you say you're going to, learn through YouTube or whatever, you will still be lacking in a lot of things. As long as you are not communicating with your teacher, we are not anti, technological advancement. Today you can learn with your kitab in front of you and your scholar in the other part of the world with his kitab, with his Skype, and he communicates with you. At least you are striving, you are spending something to seek for that knowledge, and there is kitab in front of you and you can ask the scholar. And you read, or he reads and explains, or you read and he explains to you, or he reads and he explains. The three methodologies. You bring out the kitab, you read the kitab before your teacher. As you are reading, he explains the meanings. That is one way. Or he reads and explains the meanings to you. Am I communicating? Or you keep quiet? Yeah, that's the second one, isn't it? You either read the kitab, he explains the meanings, or he reads the kitab and explains the meanings to you as well while you listen. Am I communicating? So knowledge requires yahtaju. That is, knowledge is in need of what? That is yahtaju. Knowledge is in need of, it requires, it's in need of ila inayati. That is kulawa, what the Hausama will say. Niman ilimi na bukatan kulawa. That is care, concern. You have to be genuinely concerned about seeking for knowledge. Wa juhudin, and striving. Wa waqatin, and time. How can you not give knowledge time and you expect yourself to be knowledgeable? You have to give knowledge the whole of your time. The knowledge gives you a part of it. So it's not possible, whoever you see talking about Islam with knowledge, then be rest assured that he has spent a lot of time seeking for that knowledge. It is not possible. You can't speak for 1 hour about Islam without spending maybe 5 hours or 10 hours for that 1 hour talk. It is not possible. So it requires time. Am I communicating? There was a lecture of 1 hour that I prepared for from 6 o'clock, Ba'da Subh. Wallahi, ila 6 o'clock, Qubayl al-Maghrib. Because the topic is a topical issue that requires a lot of research. Yani mawqifuna in the ikhtilaf al-a'imma, that was the topic. I spent almost 12 hours preparing for that lecture, I swear to Allah. 1 hour lecture. So you can imagine, just 1 hour lecture, I had to spend non-stop. I didn't eat. Because there was no time to eat. And the only time I ate was when they called me in the masjid that it's almost time. Then I took my indomie in the car and started eating. But I'm just telling you, you can imagine, just for 1 hour talk, I had to give 12 hours to prepare for that talk. Because of the complexity of the topic. So it requires waqt. It requires what? Waqt. Time. You are given knowledge your time now. Wallahi, you will enjoy it. You will enjoy it in future. And in fact, the beauty of knowledge is that immediately you start seeking for knowledge, you start seeing the changes in your life. You rearrange your thought pattern. As you're gaining new knowledge, things come into play, isn't it? So, what ta'allum, let us take that again. What ta'allum, knowledge, seeking for knowledge, yahtaju ila inayati wa juhudin wa waqtin. It is in need of what? Care, wa juhudin, striving, wa waqtin, and time. Wa yahtaju ila fihmi. Knowledge also requires understanding. Knowledge. So, if you spend 1 hour in this Aqidah class and you do not understand what has been taught, you have not gained knowledge. Knowledge is what is understood in the true sense of it. So, وَيَحْتَاجُ إِلَى فِهِمِ, and it requires understanding. That is what the Hausa man will say, fahimta. إِلَى فِهِمِ وَإِلَى حُضُورِ قَلْبِ. Hudur, that is the presence, that is ya hallara. Baka ji Bahaushe ya ce ya hallara ba? Ya zo kenan. So it requires hudur, the presence of the heart. Do you know what this means? It is possible that someone will be here, but his mind is not here with us. He will not gain knowledge. Knowledge requires all these things. Ila fihimi, understanding. Wa ila huduri qalbi. It requires the presence of the heart, of your heart. The heart has to be present. هذا هو التعلم. This is what is called seeking for knowledge. So what do we say? In short, we have how many things when we are talking about seeking for knowledge? What are the 5 fundamental things that qualifies one to look at himself and say, oh, today I'm seeking for knowledge? Please, name one. Bil Arabiya. One of the 5 things that has to be there before we can call you someone that is seeking for knowledge. Bil Arabiya. You can look at your book. Tartiban. Now. Al-inaya. Al-juhud. Waqt. Hudur qalb. Naam. Al-fahm. 5 things. So please write them. Write them somewhere. Write them down, please. The 5 requirements of seeking for knowledge. The 5 requirements of seeking for knowledge. You write in Arabic, then you write the translation by the side. Inaya, that is care, concern. Juhud, striving. Waqt, time. Fahm, understanding. Hudur qalb, the presence of the heart. These are the things that combine together to give us the 5 fundamentals of seeking for knowledge. The statement of Shaykh, قوله أربع مسائل, 4 issues, 4 matters. Mabahith, ma'ana, what is masail? Mabahith, yani you see someone saying, I will do bahath, I will research into it, isn't it? So these are 4 issues. They are called summiyat masail. They are called masail. Why? لأنها, what is masail? Issues, questions, isn't it? Min as-su'al, questions, 4 questions, 4 areas of research, 4 research topics. So they are called masail. They are mabahith, isn't it? So SSS, you call them what? Mbinchiki. Masail لأنها يجب أن يسأل عنها, because these 4 issues, it is obligatory to ask about them. That is why they are called masail. لأنها يجب أن يسأل عنها, because you are going to ask questions regarding them. وأن يعنى بها, and and that you need to take care of these 4 issues, to pay special attention to them. Now,
are you tired of the large volume of un-Islamic content that has taken over the media space? Are you looking for an exclusive collection of Tafsir of the Quran, Seerah of the Prophet, lecture on marital issues and child upbringing? Look no further, as iMedia Communication offers you all these and more in the Guidedview Park. 120 hours Tafsir of the Quran, delivered over 4 years in Al-Nur Mosque. Seerah of the Prophet, Nabiyy, 30 hours from 2017 to 2019.
Da kai da roƙon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ya samu a cikin bayin da ake karban addu'o'insu a wannan wata mai albarka kuma ake gafarta musu.
25 hours of peace and unity convention. Mufti Menk lectures, 50 hours delivered in Nigeria and across the world for you and your loved ones.
I have only created mankind and jinnkind to obey me. And wallahi, my brothers and sisters, if you do that, you will be content in this world. You will smile even if you are living under a tree. And if you don't do that, you will be depressed even if you are living in a palace. Did you hear that?
Delivered on high-grade flash drives for your TV, your phones, your car or any other platform. Get your pack at iMedia Studio in Al-Nur Masjid, Wusetu, Abuja, or visit www.imediatv.tv or call 080-6131-9522. Take deliberate control of your life and that of your beloved ones by taking control of what they watch.
With knowledge here in this statement of Sheikh, huwa al-ilmu shari, is talking about the knowledge of the Sharia. Knowledge but this is teaching you to master Arabic language, isn't it? There no nahu, isn't it? This is nahu at its peak. To know where you put fatha and where you put kasra. That is why the whole kitab here, no harakat, isn't it? Now let us take the line again, please. Al-muradu bil-ilmi huna, what is intended, al-murad, yani intended. What is intended with knowledge here, huna, that is here, in this statement, al-ilmu, huwa al-ilmu shari'i. That is the knowledge of Sharia, the knowledge of Sharia. لأنه هو الذي يجب تعلمه, because it is the knowledge of Sharia that is compulsory to seek for. No any other knowledge has been made obligatory upon us to seek for, except the knowledge of Sharia. Alaysa kadhalik, which means if we seek for all knowledge aside the knowledge of Sharia, we will still be sinning and will not be seen as someone that has sought for knowledge. Because that which has been made, if you keep praying nawafil and you abandon khamsa salawat, will we count you among those that pray? So if you have sought for the knowledge of medicine, the knowledge of engineering, the knowledge of science, the knowledge of law, the knowledge of everything, without seeking for knowledge of Sharia, you still have not sought for any knowledge yet. Do you understand this analogy? Yes. If you agree that the one that prays nawafil while he abandons farilla has not prayed, then you will equally agree with me that the one that has sought for all forms of other branches of knowledge, I hate to use the word Western knowledge. There is nothing like Western knowledge. وَفَوْقَ كُلِّ ذِي عِلْمٍ عَلِيمٍ. Allah is the all-knowing. There is nothing like Western knowledge. In Islam, we only say there are different branches of knowledge. The knowledge of Sharia, which is the most important knowledge, and you have other branches of knowledge, like the knowledge of science, the knowledge of medicine, the knowledge of engineering, the knowledge of Qanun, the knowledge of this. All these are other branches of knowledge. The mother of all knowledge is the knowledge of Sharia. So abandon using this Western knowledge connotation. Knowledge is knowledge. Beneficial knowledge is what the Prophet ﷺ asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give him. Am I communicating? So please, stop using this Western knowledge thing. It's just say knowledge has different branches. The most important of which is the knowledge of Sharia. Faqat. Because when you start having this dichotomy, then that is where we have differences now. Do you understand? That is where people now see themselves as we are westernized and these guys are fundamentalist, isn't it? Yes. Because they see that your knowledge is a different knowledge from ours. We don't see that. You know, تِبْيَانًا لِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ أَلَيْسَ كَذَلِكَ تِبْيَانًا لِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ. Quran is an explanation to everything in details. In details. So when you say, like the mulhidun, the atheist, when they say that how can Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for example, say in Surah Al-Kahf that Dhul Qarnayn traveled to the point where the sun sets and the sun does not set because it is there and all other, you know, the solar system, you know, the heart is revolving around it, the sun does not set, isn't it? It's just by the movement of the heart and the rotation and whatever that is making. But why will Quran say Dhul Qarnayn move to the direction of the setting of the sun? Why science has proven that sun does not set? So Quran is inconsistent. Alaysa kadhalik. Then you don't have to go far. 800 years ago, Ibn Kathir answered that question. He said Dhul Qarnayn moved in the direction where the sun is perceived to be setting. You know, now it is Allah speaks to us in a manner that we will understand. When we look at the west now, it seems as if the sun is setting towards the west, isn't it? In the morning we say it's on the other side, but it's because of the what? The rotation of the earth. Am I communicating? Now, as if I ask you now, would you start telling me that the sun is not setting? The natural question, why do the scientists have the word sunset and sunrise? No. Why? They know it doesn't, but this is the language. So Ibn Kathir said he moved in the direction of the sunset, which means he moved westwards. Does that make sense? Do you understand? So you need knowledge. Everything is in Quran. Now, وَهَذِهِ الْمَسَائِلِ, these matters, these questions, these issues, يجب تعلمها على كل مسلم من ذكر أو أنثى. It is compulsory to seek for knowledge regarding these things. على كل مسلم, upon every Muslim, من ذكر أو أنثى, male or female. So there is nothing like, that is why again we said people need to understand the knowledge that is kept in Islam before they can appreciate what Islam is. Now they accuse Islam of denying girl child education. They accuse Islam of being anti-women. But here we are made to understand that seeking for knowledge is compulsory upon what? Every Muslim. Lest you are confused. ذكر أو أنثى, male or female. أو حر, look at the beauty of Islam. أو حر أو عبد, whether that person is a free person or a slave. Even a slave in Islam, it is wajib upon a slave to seek for this knowledge, and the master has no right to deny the slave to seek for the knowledge regarding these 4 issues. Al-ilmu, al-amalu bihi, ad-da'watu ilayhi, as-sabru ala al-adha fihi. These are the 4 things we are going to discuss them, isn't it? And we said what? Aw hurrin, hurrin, that is a freed person. You are free, isn't it? You are not a slave. I'm not a slave. We are only slaves of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So hurrin, that means you are free. Aw abdin, or a slave, isn't it? Aw ganiyin, whether you are a rich person. Aw faqirin, or you are a poor person. Seeking for knowledge regarding these issues is compulsory on you. Look at the beauty of Islam, which means knowledge is for all. Aw malikin, whether you are a king. Aw sha'lukin, or you are wretched of the followers, isn't it? Kullu muslimin, the next page, page 10. Kullu muslimin, every Muslim, yajibu alayhi an yata'allama hadhihi al-masail al-arba. It is compulsory upon every Muslim to seek for knowledge regarding these 4 issues. وهذا ما يسميه العلماء العلماء بالواجب العيني. This is what the scholars have termed as الواجب العيني, يعني فرض العيني. الواجب العيني بمعنى فرض العيني. Do you understand? That is when wajib and fard stand for the same thing. الواجب العيني وهو الذي يجب على كل أحد من المسلمين. وهو يجب, وهو الذي, and it is that, يجب, which is compulsory, على كل أحد, upon every Muslim. حرف الجر, على كل أحد, that is why you have what? Kasra all through. على كل أحد من المسلمين, another حرف الجر, من المسلمين. So it is compulsory on every individual from amongst the Muslim. فصلوات الخمس على الرجال والنساء. The 5 compulsory prayers are obligatory upon every and woman. وصلاة الجماعة, and praying in congregation, fil masajid, in the masjid, ala rijal, it is only compulsory upon the men. It is not wajib upon the women. Can you see what is wajib now? So if a woman does not go out to pray in the masjid, she's not sinning. It is only recommended, isn't it? She's not sinning. It is permissible, isn't it? It is not even recommended for her. What is recommended for her is to pray in her room. And that's the beauty of it. Wallahi al-azim. For a woman to pray in hujr is better for her than to pray in Masjid al-Haram. Yes. Even in Masjid al-Nabawi. for a woman, because when the Prophet was making this statement, it was his masjid that was around, and he was telling the women that praying in your house is better for you than to pray in the masjid. And the masjid that was present then was the masjid of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Do you understand? So, for a man, it is wajib. Now we understand the fiqh. Al-wajib ma yuthabu fa'ilahu wa yu'aqabu tarikahu. So if you fail to pray in congregation, you are sinning, unless you have a reason to do so. What is that reason? You are traveling, or you were overcome by sleep, or you are not feeling fine, you cannot go to the masjid. Am I making sense?
Yes.
Now, our time is almost up. How many minutes have we done now? We didn't start early. Am I communicating? وصلاة الجماعة في المساجد على الرجال هذا واجب على كل فرد من المسلمين. This is compulsory, obligatory upon each individual. Fardin, isn't it?
Yes.
Fardin. You say what? One. So upon each person, it is wajib upon each person أن يتعلمها, that is seek for knowledge regarding this. ولذلك قال, that is why Sheikh Muhammad bin Abdul Wahab said يجب علينا, it is compulsory upon us. Look at the Arabic word علينا. Nun al-mutakallim go, shima yana cikin su. That is of Jama'ah, and the speaker is also amongst them. Alayna, it is compulsory upon us. Walam yaqul, it didn't say yajibu ala ba'dina. It didn't say it is compulsory upon some of us, but it said alayna, including himself. Wa innama qala, it only say what? Yajibu alayna, it is compulsory upon us. Bima'ana, yani ma'ashar al-muslimin, the gathering of the Muslims. That is ma'ashar, the gathering of the Muslims. The entirety of the Muslims, it is compulsory upon them. There is no one that has been left out of this obligation. فهذا من العلم الذي يجب تعلمه على الأعيان. على الأعيان. This is what? This is part of the knowledge. Min tab'idiyya, which means it is not all knowledge that is compulsory. Min al-ilmi. Min al-ilmi. The min here is not from. It doesn't mean from. Here, min here means tab'idiyya. Part of the knowledge. Ba'd. Part of the knowledge that is compulsory. Hence, it is not all knowledge that is compulsory for the Muslims to seek for. So this, فَهَذَا مِنَ الْعِلْمِ الَّذِي يَجِبُ تَعَلُّمَهُ عَلَى الْأَعْيَانِ. It is part of the knowledge that is compulsory upon على الأعيان, each individual. لأن العلم على قسمين, because knowledge is divided into two. Knowledge is divided into two. Now, maybe for the knowledge now, we said knowledge has branches, isn't it? Now Sheikh Fawzan bin Fawzan Hafidhahullah is telling us knowledge is divided into two. We have that which is compulsory upon us and that which is not compulsory upon us to seek for. So there is nothing like Western knowledge of this. We only have the knowledge that is obligatory upon us to seek for, and the knowledge that Allah will not ask us individually if we do not seek for, if other people are already seeking for that knowledge. I don't have to seek for the knowledge of how to divide, how to share inheritance. Al-Mirath. I don't have to seek for that knowledge if someone in the society that I live in already has that knowledge. But if there is no single person that knows how to share inheritance, then it becomes obligatory upon all of us until someone comes up with it, and now it takes up the burden of the obligatory upon of each one of us. Am I communicating? لأن العلم على قسمين, because knowledge is divided into two. Al-awwal, the first category of knowledge, ما يجب ما يجب تعلمه على الأعيان. What is compulsory upon each individual to seek for. That is the first part of knowledge. فلا يعذر أحد. فلا يعذر. That is other. باكد when other you go. So there is no any excuse. That is other. فلا يعذر أحد بجهله. No individual will be excused for being ignorant of this knowledge, because it is compulsory upon each one of us. So there is no single individual that will be excused for being ignorant of this knowledge. وَوَمَا لَا يَسْتَقِيمُ الدِّينِ إِلَّا بِهِ. And what is this knowledge that is compulsory? أي هو ما لا يستقيم الدين إلا به. It is that knowledge that the religion cannot be established without it. So you can't be a Muslim without having that knowledge. If you don't know how to pray, if you don't know who Allah is, if you don't know who Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to follow his sunnah, if you don't know, your religion will not stand. If you don't know how to pray, you are not a Muslim. Your Islam cannot stand, isn't it? Your Islam cannot stand. We are not like the Khawarij. I'm not saying, your Islam cannot stand. You have to seek for this knowledge. وهو ما لا يستقيم الدين إلا به مثل أركان الإسلام الخمسة. For example, the 5 pillars of Islam. What are these 5 pillars of Islam? الشهادتان يعني التي هي الشهادتان, the 2 testimonies. وإقام الصلاة, that is you establishing the prayer. وإيتاء الزكاة, and you giving the zakah. وصوم رمضان, and you fasting in the month of Ramadan. وحج بيت الله الحرام, and you performing Hajj to the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. لا يجوز لمسلم, لا يجوز من الجائز, isn't it? من جائز. It is not permissible. لا يجوز لمسلم. It is not permissible for a Muslim that he become ignorant of these 5 things. بل لا بد أن يتعلمها. لا بد, nay, it is compulsory that he seek for knowledge regarding these things. لأن تعلم معنى الشهادتين إنما هو تعلم العقيدة. Because having knowledge of the meaning of أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله إنما هو تعلم العقيدة. It is the knowledge of Aqidah. That is you seeking for the knowledge of Aqidah. يتعلم المسلم العقيدة من أجل العمل بها. And the Muslims are seeking for the knowledge of Aqidah. Why? Min ajli. Because of what? For the reason of, for the purpose of what? Al-amalu biha, so that you act on the knowledge. You are not just seeking for the knowledge of Aqidah for you to become a scholar, but you are seeking for the knowledge of Aqidah to act upon it. وَيَتَعَلَّمُ مَا يُضَادُهَا ضِدُّ ضِدُّ ضِدُّ. That is opposite. That is why the Arab poet said, يَمْشِ الْفَقِيرُ وَكُلُّ شَيْءٍ ضِدُّهُ يَمْشِ الْفَقِيرُ وَكُلُّ شَيْءٍ ضِدُّهُ يَرَى الْعَدَاوَةَ وَلَا يَرَى أَسْبَابَهَا. The Arab poet said, يَمْشِ الْفَقِيرُ وَكُلُّ شَيْءٍ ضِدُّهُ. The poor man passes by and everything opposes him. يَرَى الْعَدَاوَةَ وَلَا يَرَى أَسْبَابَهَا. He sees hatred, he does not know where the hatred is coming from. Oh God, you are poor, that's why. That is opposed. The opposite of what? So we said what? We said what? وَيَتَعَلَّمُ مَا يُضَادُهَا مِنْ أَجْلِ أَن يَتَجَنَّبَهُ. And you seek for the knowledge of the opposite of what Aqidah is, so that you abandon it. So you need to know the evil Aqidah of the Khawarij. You need to know the evil Aqidah of the Sufis. You need to know the evil Aqidah of the Hululiyas. You need to know the evil Aqidah of the Diobandis. You need to know the evil Aqidah of all these people with evil Aqa'id. Why? So that you can run away from it. You are like what? Who? Sa'ibu Sir Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Manu? Man huwa? Now, Hudhayfa ibn Yaman. He said people come to the Prophet ﷺ and ask him about khair, the good things. And I said I always ask about the shar, the evil. Not because of anything, so that I can run away from the evil. So you need to have the knowledge of this. You know, what are the usul? At least you need to know the fundamental, the usul of this evil aqaid. You don't need to go deep into it so that you will not be drowned. You know, some people in the bid to go to research into evil aqaid, they now lose their own faith. So you don't need to go deep into their evil aqidah. All you need to know is the fundamental of the aqidah, the usul, and that is enough. If you know the usul of the aqidah, whatever they come with, you know that this is stemming from the usul and you know how to attack it. So you don't need to go in depth into what the atheists are upon. Just know the fundamental of what atheism is all about. And in my humble conclusion, like I was saying to some of my friends last week, in my humble conclusion, the usul of the mulahidun, the atheist, revolves around three things. There is no Allah. Do you understand? There is no Allah. There is not going to be resurrection. Do you understand? There is no Allah. There is not going to be resurrection. Hence, religion is null and void. This is every other thing that the atheist will push forward is revolving around these three fundamentals. It's trying to prove to you that there is no Allah. So if there is no Allah, there is no any religion that you will claim that is from Allah. Then if there is no religion, we don't believe that there is going to be any resurrection, punishment in the hereafter for anything. So that's it. You have the hariyun in here, illa hayatuna dunya namutu wa nahya wa ma yuhlikuna illa ad-dar. Now, inshallah, so min ajli an yatajannaba hadha madmun ash-shahadatayn. We are going to stop here, inshallah, because the next thing we are going to discuss is arkanus salah, that you have to seek for arkanus salah, and I want us to understand what these arkanus salah are. What is the shurut? We are praying, but do we know the arkan of salah? Do we know the shurut of salah? Do we know the wajibat of salah? Do we know the sunan of salah? So, and we have sunanun fi'aliyya wa qawliyya, all in salah, that we pray 5 times a day. And we need to have knowledge about these things. Otherwise, we will be missing out in our prayer thinking that we're praying. So inshallah, I'm traveling, but coming back, I think that Saturday. So hopefully Sunday we will continue our look at the class. We are full. So I don't buy the idea of stopping my class because of any public holiday. As long as the students are around and I'm around, we will teach. We don't know which dars will if there is Salah, we know there is Salah, people will go for Salah, then we know there is no, if there is Ramadan, we know there is Ramadan, isn't it? But when we except if people are traveling, isn't it? If predominantly the students of the class are traveling, but now we have how many? We have almost the class is filled, so I don't see any reason why we should postpone our class for any of these holidays that are not ours, isn't it? So if as long as my students are available, inshallah, and I'm available, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us the health to do it, we will continue doing it. So inshallah, we wanted to go on break, but I don't subscribe to that idea. So inshallah, next week we meet again and we'll discuss further under this as we are following the kitab. Please follow the kitab yourself, and inshallah you stand to gain more. So please, quickly, please, from the sister's side, who is going to give us the second hadith? It's a lengthy hadith, so we're going to have 2 volunteers from each side only. Hadith number 2, please, quickly, before we go to hadith number 3. And mind you, we are going to have a whole weekend for us to come. Once we reach hadith 10 hadith, after the 10th weekend, don't say that you are dodging. You are not dodging. We are going to spend, inshallah, we will start from morning, maybe from 10 a.m., where we will divide people and you will bring the 10 hadiths. So nobody is escaping, inshallah. You won't escape. So if we are choosing randomly now, on the 10th week, bi'idhnillah, we are not going to do, we are going to maybe start from early in the morning, from 10 to maybe the time of Salatul Dhuhr. And inshallah, if we have money, we're going to have barbecue, isn't it? The Arab scholars, they do that. What some of my teachers, even here that studied in the Arab nations, when we finish a kitab, that is what my teacher, Dr. Bashir, will ask us to do. We will slaughter a ram, then, have drinks and everything, and we will have a presentation on the kitab. So inshallah, we're going to have two presentations. We're going to have the presentation of the hadith, 10 hadith, and each person is going to bring the hadiths, because you're just bringing the hadiths, isn't it, hifz? We're not going to ask you for the explanation, just bring the hifz in Arabic language, inshallah. Then also, we're going to now divide the class also according to the pages we have covered. Then you're going to explain page 1. Your group is going to make a presentation on page 1, another group is going to make presentation on page 2. Do you understand? So that is, if we have reached 10 pages, that's from the pages we are counting, minus the muqaddimah in English, inshallah. So please volunteer for the